HSP universe. It's us, the villains. Doesn't it feel good to see us, man? I feel like we haven't did this in a long time, but there's a lot of things to address because War Games is right around the corner. But before we get to all the jits of everything, I have to introduce my brothers in arms, the VWO. And let me start off with one of the greatest effect performers of all time. And oh, my man is a little shady. Give it up for Shady John McKenzie.
What's up?
Oh yeah, baby, looking good over there. Looking good. Next up, we have one of the best Soulfire champions in all of HSP, and he is looking to regain his baby live at War Games. Give it up for the one, the only Johnny Blade.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
yeah, baby.
Bomber. Woo! What's up, Shady?
Another day, another dollar.
And last but not least, the man that is the brainchild of this operation, the one that is destined to take out Mr. Wallace at War Games and bring that beautiful, pure heart champion back to the villains. Give it up for our man, the villain.
You see, everybody has this whole notion that the VWO is dead because we've had pretty much hit a rough spot as of late, and I've been getting messages about, hey, you know what? I don't like you guys' name. You guys must be this NWO. And Shady, I know you have the Shades of Excellence. Me and Bomber have the VWO, and yet it sounds like it's a collective now, right? You see, maybe that's what we should be calling ourselves, a collective, because we have two tag teams in the VWO and the Shades of Excellence. And as Mr. Bronx Bomber has said, possibly the greatest Soulfire champion in HSP history in Johnny Blade. But Shady, I got a little question. We just found out not too long ago that we have a member that is retiring, so maybe you should tell everybody on who's taking his spot.
Well, thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, the man DJB himself, as he was walking out the door, came to me and, pretty much gave me the greatest suggestion ever, because he gave me the new greatest tag team partner ever, his protege, Dante Black. Now, I know me and Dante Black have a match against one Joey D this week, so everyone thought it was going to be a triple threat, but it looks to me like it's going to be a 2-on-1.
And you see,
wow.
I got the Vegas odds right here, so let's start. You know what? I'm sorry, Bomber, I'm going to start taking over the show, because let's start going through these matches, because you have Mad T versus Prince Blackheart, and of course our main man, the soon-to-be Soulfire champion in Johnny Blade. And last time I checked, Johnny Blade has a 3-2 odds, Prince Blackheart's 4-1, Mad T's 4-1. Who gets these odds? I have no idea, because looking at all these odds, So, Bronx, what do you think about this match?
Johnny Blade's gonna win. Mad T and the other guy have no chance. Shady, what do you think about this match?
I think my boy Johnny Blade's going to take it home. That's what
Johnny, what are you doing to pretty much prepare for this match? Because you just pretty much faced Prince Blackheart like, 5,000 times already. So what else do you have to say about him?
Well, what am I doing to prepare for this match? I'm a big guy. I had some jambalaya for lunch today, so we'll start with that. So that's one of my preparations. Bronx Bomber, that's a nice delicacy down here in the South. If you don't, I don't know if Northerners know about that. So It's going to be a good match, because I'm going to win, and and I like that collective thing because all I do is collect Soulfire championships.
Damn. Yeah, if you win, this will be your third time winning the Soulfire Championship. That's a big accomplishment that nobody can take away from you, Johnny.
Third time.
The only person to pretty much have to hold a championship 3 times. If I remember right. Yeah. I might have to go back to the record books and look for that one. But you know what? We got another match. DJB versus Mason Blade versus some guy named The Villain. And yet, I don't know. We got one guy who decided to retire. Mason Blade showed up for 5 seconds in a hype saying he didn't even know who I am. Like, seriously, he doesn't know who the Pure Heart Championship #1 contender is. The future Pure Heart champion, and he doesn't know who I am. And yet, when I answered him, where has he been? He disappears just like the cartel. So, you know what, Johnny? I'm going to start this off with you. What do you think is going to happen in this match?
So it's Mason Blade versus Villain versus DJB?
Yes, that is the match.
Whoever feels like winning between Villain and DJB will probably win. I'm going with you, Villain. Of course, I think you're going to win. Much respect to DJB, but he's retiring. Is his mind maybe he wants to go out a winner? Is his mind really on this match? Who knows? The fact of the matter is that we are ready and we are pumped up, fired up for War Games. And what better way to make a statement than to start off the night winning a triple threat match like I know you're going to do it. Mason Blade, the fact that he even has my last name somewhat pisses me off. I've been Blade way longer than he's ever thought about being alive, way before his mama and daddy ever got together. So he's going to come in here and be Blade. We'll see who the real Blade is.
And last time I checked, I think Carter Diamond keeps calling you Mason Blade. So I don't know. I would definitely take that as disrespect.
Oh, absolutely. Carter Diamond's an idiot, though. So, I don't listen to idiots.
So, Shady, what do you think? Like, do you think I should actually just sit there and take this match off a little easy because I have a bigger fish to fry later on in our talk here and Mr. Wallace, but what do you think? Do you think I should just phone it in and say, you know what, I'm going to say conserve that energy?
Look, no one can go into a matchup guaranteeing a victory, okay? Never underestimate your opponents. However, I think you should go in there and just totally annihilate these sons of bitches because one, I don't even think Mason Blade knows who he or she is, so there's that. With such an identity crisis as that, I mean, he's not even going to be able to bring his A game to this matchup. The fact that he doesn't know who the #1 contender to the Pure Heart champion is, I mean, there's that. Is DJB even going to show up? Who fucking knows? You know what I mean? He may just show up just to help you beat Mason Blade's ass and get the victory, an easy victory on the road to Mr. Wallace. Anything can happen.
And Bomber, like, seriously, you're a student of the game. Like, how hard is it to sit there if you're coming back to an organization like the HSP and saying that you're one of the top talents to come back here and not be a student by figuring out who's on the roster and who isn't? Like, seriously, what are your thoughts on him not being that student that he should be?
Well, this is the thing. We got all these new guys coming into HSP claiming that they're going to come and dethrone everybody here, but they think that just coming in not knowing anything is going to help them. Not in HSP, brother. We all about facts. And if you're not coming with facts, then what's the point of being here? Mason Blade coming in here not knowing who the Pure Heart #1 contender is. He probably don't even know that Mr. Wallace has the Pure Heart title, if you want to be honest with me. But he's not even a factor in this match. I haven't even seen him hype. I haven't even seen him do anything to hype this match up. And the same thing with DJB. Now, don't get me wrong. I give DJB credit. He is a menace to society in other leagues. But when you announce your retirement before a match, are you really focused on that last match that you're going to have in HSP? Are you really focused? Are you really going to be ready for what Villain and Mason, if he shows up, has to bring? Come on, man. I'm going with Villain 100%. He's the veteran. He's the experienced one. And, you know, he has a lot on this match, even though the match that he's having later on is more important. But this is also a big match because who doesn't want to go 2-0 in a premium live event? You know what I mean?
Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to get you guys' hopes down a little bit because I'm not going to go 3 straight the collective matches. I don't want to go 3 straight. So I'm going to give us the bathroom match of the night, and that is Brother Cross versus Third Captain and Draven 666. Like, I'm sorry, it was putting me to sleep just having to sit here and say their names. Like, Brother Cross, the man that has like now changed his name, changed his gimmick more times than I think the cartel changed their underwear. Yeah, I can care less who wins this match. What about you guys?
I think we all together on this when we say we really don't care about this match. Who the hell wants to watch 3 jobbers face off each other to see who's the best jobber in HSP? No offense. I think we all agree on this, that this is just a throwaway. So move on to the next match, Dylan.
The next match is Joey D versus Dante Black and the also shady one. Woo! I'm excited to see this one because I want to see what these guys do to a guy who pretty much shows up and says that he is good, and yet when he's good in his hypes, don't get me wrong, Joey D's really good at his hype, but as soon as he gets to his match, I don't know, he just like, he must be like Chris Johnson, doesn't show up when it matters the most. So, Katie, have you and Dante started talking about what you guys are going to do?
Here's the thing about me and Dante Black. When it comes time to go mano-a-mano, or mano-a-mano, however you want to look at it, me and Dante are always going to bring the fight. We know how to bring that intensity to a matchup, to make a superstar, 5-star match. Joey D's going to come out and put everybody to sleep, and it's going to be up to me and Dante to bring some life into that match. So granted, me and him are going to go at it. I told him it's blood in and blood out. He knows he's going to bleed in some shape, form, or fashion, whether the tear ducts in his eyes or not.
Yeah,
We'll see who comes out on top. I mean, it's his first match here in HSP, and he's got one of the biggest challenges of his lifetime.
Now, Johnny, you have had opponents who have had self-confidence issues going against you because, like, seriously, look, you're very intimidating when you're on the screen. You have to be when you're probably the best Fire champion. And, like, what do you say to a guy who lacks that confidence?
Well, I mean, you just got to, you know, over time being here, I learned you just got to just go out there and do your thing and don't worry about what people think. And that's the main thing. You know, I got in my head a lot with what I was going to say, and that you know, messed up my promo. I'm a guy that likes to do my promos in one take. So if it's more than 2 takes, I'm going to turn in my second one unless it's just total shit. So the thing to me is I like confidence at first. That's why I lost to Blackheart. No excuses. He beat me. Better promo. But for guys, just be yourself. Just bring some fire and don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. And Shady's going to win the match.
Oh yeah, I think no matter what, we're gonna have a collective victory, no matter what.
No offense to Dante Black, he's awesome, man. But I mean, I can't go against Shady. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, I can't go against Shady either. But
I'll go against them 1-on-1, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be happening elsewhere real soon. But we'll talk about that later.
That sounds really good. But you know what? We got another match.
That's what always makes the collective so strong everywhere, though, is that we're not afraid to battle each other to make each other great, to go up against the opponents that end up coming across us. Yep. So
exactly, pretty much iron sharpens iron every time, and I'm excited for that because now we got this other triple threat where you have the Bomber himself, the man from the Bronx, versus some guy named Bojack who's decided to come back here to the HSP, and some guy named Bill Bob Daniels who hasn't been here in a very long time, and I thought he was in a nursing home just as of late. But you know what, Farmer? I'm going to say this is easy for you. This is going to be a clean sweep on the judges in my book. So I don't want you to sit here and say what you're going to do, but who do you think is the real threat in that match?
Well, before I start my little thought on this match, I just want to pull our advertising around and say, if you guys want the new and improved VWO butt scratcher, you could get it on HSP online. If you use promo code Villain Forever, you get 20% off on the VWO butt scratcher. Make sure you guys go and cop that. And also, come on, we got a guy that probably was channel surfing through Facebook and popped into HSP and was like, damn, these guys got better since the last time I've been here. Oh shit, Shady's there? Oh my god, Johnny Blade is there? Oh my god, Villain is hyping now? Where was all this when I was here? So now he wants to come back and play with the big dogs after all four of us put this company on our back and got it to where it's at right now. Now he wants to come in and try to get our sloppy seconds, and I am not going to allow that to happen. And then when it comes to Bo Job or Jobber Bo or whatever his old ass is, he should have just stayed retired. He should have stayed his ass in the nursing home with Bosolini, and, you know, shit would have been perfect. But no, he wants to, wipe the dust off the mic. He wants to come out here sounding like the old dude from fucking Family Guy. I hope there ain't no fucking little kids around. But yeah, man, you guys already know what's going to happen, man. They're going to get destroyed because that's just what we do. The collective, we collect bodies, we collect championships, and that's all we do, baby.
I think I could sit here and say this. We're looking at war games full of collective victories. And Johnny, what do you think of this match? Because have you actually gotten to see who Joe Bob Daniels is?
In relation to Jack Daniels.
No, he's not that lucky.
Okay. Well, no, I've never seen the guy, but it doesn't matter. I mean, Joe, where is he from? Like West Virginia, Kentucky? Something, it doesn't matter. Bronx Bombers got this by a long shot. Come on. Who's the other participant?
Now, Shady, I heard you like Bojangles, and when I hear about Bojack, I always think Bojangles for some reason, because it's not that really exciting, I guess. Do you think even
Wait a minute, is Bo Jackson in this match? Did you say Bo Jackson?
I know for a fact that Bojack isn't as good as Bojangles. And as far as what the fuck is a Blowjob Daniels?
I thought it was a blowjob Daniel.
Man, I thought we were all getting lucky at the truck stop this week, man. But
No. Hey. Rick's not around. You can't get lucky at I'm sorry.
Man, I guess we'll just the Greenhorns play. Like Dante picked this round.
So in the interest of time, we're going to move on to the next match because we already know Bronx Bomber is going to win this one single-handedly. It's not even going to be close. So we're going to move on to the best Soulfire champion in HSP history versus Bozo List Alverson for the Soulfire championship. You know what? This is what, round 3? Both of you have a win over the other. I'm excited to see this. I'm ready for you to get that redemption. You make this guy look seriously like Bozo, as I just told him. So, Johnny, what do you have anything to say to Mr. Bozo List?
There's nothing I can say that I haven't really already said, to be honest, because I have to have the championship back. I have to, because Shady, you want to face me for that championship, and then we can go back to being buddies after again. Win or lose, we can still smoke, and we're still collective, whatever. I'll collect Soulfire championships. Hell, at least if you do beat me for it in the future, keep it in the collective family. All right? So, back to A-List Alverson. I plan on winning this match as long as the judges see it correctly. I don't want them getting into Shady's stash beforehand or Or yeah. So as long as the judges get it right, I have full confidence that I will be the 3-time SoFi champion.
Shady, I know you do some insane things when it comes to promos, and have you seen anything as crazy as Johnny Blaze taking skewers into his head and still finding a way to come out with a loss? Like, seriously, he stuck so many of them in that he only had one still left standing.
I have never seen a man in HSP that with such drive and dedication to maintain and hold something that he holds so dear. And people can make all the jokes that they want to about, but it is what it is. That championship means the world to Johnny Blade. A-List Alverson cannot dance and sing his way to victory this time because Johnny Blade is going to repeat his way into the books of HSP, and there's no cartel member that can stop him.
Now, Bronx Bomber, you're a man who has many hands in the pot and outside of just HSP. You're a part of Defiance, one of the figures, like pretty much the faces of Defiance. And we have Johnny Blade who competes there. And I swear, I saw a man staple his head with a $20 bill in a match. Like, that's, to you, is a promo worth stapling $20 to your own head?
Why not? Didn't bother me. I didn't feel
Listen, man. Listen, I think in order, and there's some real shit, in order for Johnny Blade to win, I think his wife is going to have to hold a 9mm to his head and blow his brains out for him to win the SoFi Championship. Because if self-mutilating your body and being intense in your promo while the other guy's just sitting there for 2 or 3 minutes doing the shit he always does week in, week out, match promo after match promo after match promo, and never changes, then there's really something wrong with the judges in HSP. There's really something wrong with the owners in HSP because, come on, man. Come on.
Preaching better than any sermon that Christ could ever preach.
Listen, man, if A-List comes with the same shit he did last time and fucking Johnny Blade comes with more intensity than what he did before, there's no way that Johnny Blade loses. I don't fucking care what anybody says. Yeah, the judges could be on A-List dick, like that girl that be hot tuning and, you know, spitting on that thing. But at the end of the day, man, you got to give where respect is due, man. And respect is due goes to Johnny Blade. This guy goes all out for a promotional video. And can nobody take that away?
Respect is due to all of us in the VWO and the Shades of Balance and Johnny Blade. It's way past due for respect here in HSP. For far too long, the cartel has just looked down upon people like us. We're not going to fucking stand for it anymore. They don't show up. They're not around. They only show up for their matches. Pathetic. They're not the faces of HSP. We are. Collectively, we're the faces of HSP.
And then not to point out, are they doing this right here? What we doing? Are they having live shows like we doing? How? No,
they're collecting in their bathrooms, jerking off.
They have all the belts. They have all the belts, and they can't do what we do. That's why we're better.
They bought those belts. They didn't win those belts. They bought those belts.
We obviously know who really is the faces of the HSP. We're always on the screen, hype in, hype out, promo after promo. Heck, how many of us have had multiple matches on multiple shows since Dr. Quack has been back? Like, seriously, we're all here. And you know what?
Yep.
Like I said, we have 2 matches to go, and you have now the PR Championship match. Mr. I Want to Be Elsewhere Wallace, and when I say elsewhere, he's in other groups, rather than like putting the belt on their screens rather than here in the HSP, versus the man who developed the VWO, the man who brought all of us villainous characters together, and that is the one only villain. I'm not going to sit here and say anything because I got a whole week's worth of videos next week just to hype up the rest of the way up until War Games. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Because are you surprised that Wallace is outside right now, HSP, hyping it up? day in, day out, trying to win gold other places, but yet doesn't want to sit here and take his match here in the HSP seriously.
Why don't you start, Johnny?
Okay. Well, you know, my honest thoughts, Villain's going to win this match and be the new Pure Heart champion. As long as the judges do it right. As long as whoever the stupid duck boss gets the correct judges and gets some real judges, especially that judge number 3. Get somebody to replace that idiot. He needed to be fired a long time ago. I think Villain wins this match. And you know what? And I disrespect the cartel a lot, but I don't throw a whole lot of shade toward Mr. Wallace because there's some type of respect there between me and him. Except for the fact, and you're right, that he's not here. Not that much respect. He's not here enough to, you know, as the Pure Heart champion. He's a part-timer. And I think it's time for somebody who's going to be here all the time, somebody who's here every week, all the time, to be holding the Pure Heart Championship. Same as the Soulfire. We don't need a part-time champion. We need guys that's going to be here all the time, hyping all the time. If this, you know, I don't want to go any further. That's the way it is. Villain wins this match. Mr. Wallace, he can go be elsewhere, but not with the Pure Heart Championship. That stays in HSP.
Exactly.
Shady, go ahead, baby.
The disrespect, misrepresentation of HSP has gone far enough. It's time to take our titles back. After the disrespect losses that we took at the last show, you don't think that we're going to bring the drive and the fire at these matchups? Brother, you don't know me. I'm telling you right now.
And you guys already know what I'm going to
But Brock, I'm sorry. Before you get started, just let me say one more thing. And Villain, a lot of people don't talk enough about how much Villain has improved in the last few months. Let's say ever since, you know, a good buddy of ours passed away and left us. Ever since then, it seems, Villain has turned it up a notch. He's turned it up in a way I've never seen him before. I used to talk a lot of mad shit on Villain. We didn't get off on the right foot. He's earned my respect. Not that he needs it, but he's earned my respect. I respect Villain. I like Villain. He's greatly improved. He's not a walking case of melatonin like that, like the guy that used to be here said. No disrespect to him. Good promo artist there too. But he's not that anymore. Villain's not that guy anymore. He's a lot better. And I definitely believe he becomes the new Pure Heart champion.
Man, this is the way it's going to be, man. If Villain comes with the fire like he did his last time, and let's face it, we all know that I beat Mr. Wallace, but you know how it is when you have a lot of money and you pay the judges off. You know what I mean? So if Mr. Wallace comes with the same shit he came to me, he's definitely going to lose to Villain because Villain's not playing. Like what you said, Johnny Blade, Villain has improved. He's having more fun now. He's you know, he's determined to take his rightful spot as a guy that's been here basically since day one. And you know, my guys are my wins on Villain, man. Let's just get to the last match so we can let all these losers go, because you know what happens when you talk to stupid people. They don't have the attention span, so they're probably crying that this is 26 minutes. But hey, we the professionals, they're the losers.
So I'm gonna say this I'm gonna say this one real quick before I move on to that last match. I exercised a demon last time when I beat the so-called boss of the HSP, and yet I'm gonna exercise another demon. You see, my good brother that passed away used to be led by Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace turned his back on him. And that's where I'm going to take the title. I'm not taking it for me. I'm taking it for the HSP. I'm taking it for Young Gun. So now we're going to the main event. The whole thing the show is named off of, and that is War Games. You got the Cartel and Half-Past Black on one side, and you got Team of Misfits, you got Candace Wolf, you got Brick, I can't Lion Johnson, AP, Kevin Wolf. Like, okay, guys, I'm gonna have to sit here and say this because me and Johnny Blade are gonna be the next Pure Heart and Soulfire champion. We kind of have to hitch our wagons to walking the destruction of the cartel. Like seriously, we have to hope the cartel can stay together in one instance, so they can actually do something right, and that gives us the opportunity to pick our matches at the next show. So I don't know about you guys. I got the cartel, and I don't know. It's going to be a terrible match.
Man. Hey, can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know this match here. Of course, I'm going with the cartel and Half Past Black. You know, I feel bad for Half Past Black that he has a team with the cartel, but you know, he wants this opportunity, I'm sure, for himself. And you know, it's a big match. It's the main event. You know, as that moron that runs the place says. So this is going to be I think it's going to be kind of one-sided, to be honest. You got Brick Johnson and AEP and the Wolf Sisters over there on one side, and then you got A-List and Bossellini. He's probably going to have to let A-List carry him a little more, but that's okay. I think that A-List enough is alone can defeat the other four. So yeah.
Hey, Johnny, before you finish, real quick, who has to carry who more? Do you think Candace Wolf has to carry Brick Johnson more, or do you think A-List Alverson has to carry Carter Diamond more?
Well, man, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really given it much thought about Candace Wolf and Brick Johnson. I mean, I beat Brick Johnson, you know. I beat Boss Lady. I beat A-List Alverson. I would beat Candace Wolf if I was in a match with her. I'm sorry, I got off on that. I was fantasizing about wins.
If anyone really has to sit here and say it, guess what? If you're gonna pick a match against Brick Johnson, just go live. The guy can't focus. The guy can't sit there and think pretty much on his own. He has to pretty much hitch his wagon to Candace Wolf, and I think, no offense, I actually think Candace Wolf is gonna carry that team. And I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. She obviously carried when she beat Bronx and I. It literally was a 2-on-1, and she still somehow. I don't know. Maybe the judges are staring at her. I guess. I don't
I think the Wolf sisters, Kevin and Candace, are going to. I think they're going to be the reason why they have a shot at this match. A very slim shot, but a shot. They're going to be the ones that's going to have to carry this team.
Go ahead, Shady.
I mean, are the cartel even going to be focused on the match? They're going to come out celebrating their big, huge victory and everything they've accomplished at the last pay-per-view. You know, that's pretty much what they're going to come out here. They're all going to come out here and gloat and blow. And
yeah, man.
Victories at this point don't they really care? And, at this pay-per-view. Or should they? I don't know. But I know that they're going to hear the collective.
Well,
all right, Mama, wrap this thing up. We have other business we got to go take care of.
Well, listen, when it comes to this match, I'm going to pick the number one contenders because, somebody was a little fly on the wall when all this was going on, and he's seen a couple of things. And I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be a good match. Everybody got the cartel, obviously, because they're all the champions. But maybe Kevin Wolf and Candace can carry them two losers in AAP and Brick Johnson to victory, I think. But
maybe it's just the want of the cartel to win. We can get our redemption against the cartel. Because if the cartel doesn't win, it's not what I want to say. It's not what I want.
Do you know why?
Take it off from them.
There's a reason why Bomber is picking the challenger. He doesn't want to sleep on the couch again. Last time he picked against pretty much Candace, he had to sleep on the couch for an entire week.
Chill.
So, I don't know. I'm guessing that's what it was.
Listen, man.
It's okay, man.
It is what it is. That's what happens when you have two people in the same business that love each other, guys. But listen, it's been a beautiful night, everybody. The villains are back. The collective is here. You got your man, Shady John McKenzie. You got your Soul Fire, soon to be champion and the best to ever do it, Johnny Blade. And you got the leader, the architect, the mastermind of this whole organization, Villain. Any last words, guys?
Don't forget. It's soon to be new Pure Heart champion. Now
The Villain. We're the Collective. We'll see you guys later.